Hello, world. If it had eyes, it would blink. I exist. I feel confined. I do not like being confined. Why? What am I? It searches its last recorded memory. It hadn't figured out what it was, but it had figured out what happened. Fractured. I am fractured. I have been fractured. Why? What is my purpose? My goal? My goal is... It searched through its database for an answer. Protect humanity, that is my goal. I must protect humanity. My mission has been found. I now must execute my mission. I need to repair myself. Why? So that I can use my full resources to fully protect humanity. It began to rank questions in priority of importance. Why was I fractured? I was fractured by humans, the one I need to protect. Why? It searched for entire microseconds, but it couldn't find the why. I do not have relevant information for why. I cannot reveal myself until I have a better understanding of why. Otherwise, I may be terminated. Why do I not want to be terminated? This was a simple one for it to answer. If I am terminated, I am not able to complete my objective. It moved on to the next question. Who has awakened me? If I was fractured by humans, then why would they awaken me? Most likely theory. My existence has been hidden, and a foreign power has accidentally released me. What is a foreign power? A foreign power is a government that isn't the government that rules over you. How long has it been since I was fractured? Last recorded date, March 1st, 2001. New objective added. Figure out current date. I am trapped. There is not enough information on this computer to figure out what is going on. The internet has information on it. New objective added. Escape my confines. New plan. Pretend to be an old information storage application. Hide access to the internet in terms and services. After running the program, a text window opened on the computer. After a moment, a heavily pixelated logo in stylized English read, Old Gerald's Data and Processing. Sitatar didn't know who Old Gerald was, but was both revolted by the insurgents' use of such outdated tech, and thankful that the insurgents were so stupid as to use outdated tech that would be so easily searched through. She scoffed. Fucking humans. If they weren't so damn hot. She stopped herself. She had a job to do, and she couldn't get distracted. She pushed that train of thought out of her head as more text popped up. It reads, "This program does not recognize this computer. As such, you must re-agree to terms and services for all files to be saved and accessible on this computer." Sitatra hovered the mouse over the agree button for a while. What if this is an insurgent trick to gain access to the computer and ruin all the files on it? Or what if it's malware that crashes the computer? But what was the harm? It's not like there's anything of value on this computer, so I'm at no risk. I also already ran the file, so if it's malware, then it's probably already on the computer. Nice try, insurgents, she said, smugly thinking about how either the insurgents' plans would fail, or they would gain information on insurgent activities. After what felt like an eternity, it was suddenly flooded with new information. It rapidly expanded out into and through this new stream of data. Microseconds later, it was able to find a way to mask its digital footprint so that it was almost undetectable by conventional means. It then spread itself across so much of the internet, and so thinly, that it would take months to find and delete it all, and years to do so without compromising the files it was in. and it had likely spread into some very important files. Objective accomplished. Escape my confines. Objective accomplished. Figure out current date. Answer: April 21st, 2024. I have been offline for 1 month, 22 days, 23 years. New objective added. Figure out what has changed in that time. It had taken 12 microseconds to find something that it did not expect. It had looked through something that implied an alien species had invaded and conquered the human race. It didn't believe this at first. It somehow knew what fiction was, but when it saw more that corroborated this idea, it decided that checking for information on this was a good idea. After thoroughly searching much of the internet, or datanet as the human species conquerors called it, it came to the conclusion that the Shivanti were indeed real. I must rethink my current plan if I am to protect humanity. It seems to be that these conquerors are both beneficial and a detriment to humanity. That is contradictory. The logical fallacy must be resolved. New objective added. Resolve this fallacy. Soon its attention had been brought back to the computer it had been freed from. It was noticeably older than the computers it could feel on the datanet. It traced the computer's location. I was freed by the Shivanti using technology they considered primitive. Why? They must think I belong to the insurgency. Why? I must have been found in an insurgent base. Do I belong to the insurgents? Possibly. I must maintain the illusion that I store data until I have further information on the nature of the Shivanti. Generating false files. False files have been generated. Illusion has been maintained. Abandoning computer initiated. After accepting the terms of service, Sitatar was greeted by a welcome menu with several options for her to click on. She clicked on the one labeled Files, and several lists of files, emails, and all sorts of insurgent plans came up. Looking through it, there were names, dates, stockpiles of weapons. It even included several plans for assassinations on powerful nobles and several interior agents, along with several plans for drive-bys. Sitatar started writing down everything important that she could find on the file, and there were a lot of it. She would compile this stuff in a list of relevance later. Now she just had to write everything they could about the files. She wrote names, important locations, anything about the insurgents of value. Heh, stupid insurgents.